Happy Saturday! In case someone shared this video with you, I'll get started and just give a brief introduction of myself. I'm Jen Hernandez. I'm in Northeast Pennsylvania, and the last 3 years have been the healthiest years of my 39 years. The first 20 years of my adult life, I was a yo-yo dieter. I did every single pill, patch, wrap, and shrink drink on the market, whether it was sneaking down the diet aisle or ordering online and asking for the box that had no label. And a lot of the companies that I purchased from in that yo-yo diet life actually are out of business because they were not healthy things. And it's probably why, as a 20 and a 30-year-old, in my 20s and in my 30s, I had more CAT scans than I feel that you should have in your whole life. And I suffered with so many kidney stone flare-ups. I had so many diverticulitis flare-ups. I had migraines. I was on Maxalt. I had 2 prescriptions from my doctor. I was low in iron. I was low in vitamin D. I had so many things going on in my early 20s and my early 30s. And 3 years ago, I said yes to my company, and sure enough, here I am, 120 pounds down and maintaining. I am living my healthiest life. I'm super excited to wake up on my 40th birthday in just over a month and be at my fittest ever, going from a previous size 26, 28 to now wearing an 8. And so that just kind of gives you some idea of where I'm coming from and a little bit of what my story is, why you might want to listen to me or why you may care about my weight loss journey. And so what I want to encourage you and what I would love to hear is, today is February 1st. I'm a firm believer that any minute, any hour, any day can be the day that you start a whole new year, right? But I think as a society, as a whole, we really love January 1st. And there's a lot of hype around motivation and around setting goals and resolutions. So I'm curious, has anybody started a health journey or started any kind of New Year's resolution since January and is staying on track? So give me a heart if you are still staying on strong on your New Year resolution. Give me a heart. I have something for you. I want to send you, kind of cheer you on, but give me a heart if you started a resolution on the 1st and you're still going strong. And the reason I ask that is because honestly, most people give up by the 13th. Usually, most resolutions are thrown to same old, and we go back into, I've heard it called recently, like the dirty fishbowl of our lives, right? And where we just get stuck into our old habits, we get sucked back in. So I want to encourage you that if you think you messed up, today is a first. This moment that you're seeing this video is a first. You can start a whole new year right now. So let go and just take, when you restart, you're not starting at 0. You're starting with the information you had previously. And then of course, if you make a choice to join me, get an accountability buddy, get some tools, then you are even empowered even more. So I did want to share the answers to the 2 biggest questions I get. And this is something that I have been asked. I can't tell you how many times I have been asked these 2 questions since I made the biggest part and got over the 100-pound mark. And it's, what do you eat? And how much does it cost? So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I eat and how much it costs to do what I do. So full disclosure, I do run a business and help others and connect them to the tools, the health and fitness tools that I use to get my results. So I honestly believe anybody can get my results or better if they have the proper tools and follow them and lean in. And I really believe that I have the tools that work the best. It's whole, clean eating, dense nutrition, and simple movement for anybody. But it also pairs with what you may already be doing. So I'm going to take you really quickly because it is Saturday night. We've got family time coming. I don't want to be taking you too much talking about money and things like that. But I do want to share. So I have a whiteboard I borrowed from my husband. I should ask him why he has a whiteboard because I don't know why he has one. Anyway, and so I'm going to go over a traditional thought of what I used to do over and over and over again for almost 20 years when it came to losing weight. The first thing that I would do is January 1st, probably the last week of December, if I'm honest, I would look and join a gym. And I would join a gym because I thought I need to get to working out, and that's what I'm missing, right? That's what I thought. Anybody with me? Like, give me a smiley face if you've totally been there. So I would join a gym, and when I join a gym, I have always had it be a year membership. You're locked in for a year. Oh no, it's backwards? Well, Bethany, I did not account for that. Thank you for calling me out on that. Let me see if I can switch it around. Oh. Okay, that did not work. So it's going to be backwards, and then I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it in the comments, or I'll edit the comments after I'm done talking. So thank you for that. I did not consider that the writing would be backwards. But so I would probably the last week of December take advantage of a New Year's special, and I would join a gym. And so gym memberships start as low as $10 a month. However, once you do all the add-ons and everything goes in, the average gym membership is around $50. There's even a lot of gym memberships right now that are ranking $89 to $150 a month on average. So there is a very high end of gym memberships, and then there's also that low end of $10 a month. But every gym membership I have ever gotten, you're locked in for a year commitment, and they will go to your credit if you cancel and don't move far enough away. At least that's my personal experience from the 23, 24, 27-year-old self. So taking into account, we're going to talk about the first quarter, the first 3 months of the year. So I would be healthy. I would join a gym. I have my math written down for me. So assuming the average of $50 a month, that's $600 for the year that you are committing to towards your health. So with that $600, that gets you in the door to the gym. It doesn't give you any plans to do in the gym. It doesn't give you any nutrition tools. It doesn't give you a personal trainer. That is an additional extra cost, correct? And so personal trainers range from the cost of about $75 a week for 1 to 3 sessions. So I'm going to take $75 a week, and I did the math of assuming the average of 4 weeks in the 3 months, the first 3 months of the year, and having a trainer to really, like, you're serious about getting results, you want to learn how to use the equipment, you want to learn what plan to do, you're going to spend $900 that first 3 months of the year investing in the gym and in your fitness training. So that's $1,500 in, right? And all you're getting is the fitness component. Now, I don't know about you, but that does not guarantee your results. And I don't know about you, but I would have a gym membership, and it's very easy to miss 1 or 2 days, and then all of a sudden I didn't go to the gym for 3 months. And I have never been at a gym where I didn't show up and they stopped taking my money or called to check on me. I actually didn't go to the gym for 6 months, not even once, and they scan a key code so they know if I'm there, right? So they would be able to run a report and know that I'm not there. But they never called and said, "Hey, Jen, you haven't been on the treadmill for a while. Come in." Like, "Hey, Jen, I haven't seen you posting any sweaty selfies. Like, are you coming in and working out?" Like, I never got that. I never got that support in a gym. I did meet some great people in gyms, and I do love to work out with other people, but I never got that extra support that really helped me as someone who was struggling for 20 years and wasn't ready to show up for myself, right? So you're going all in, $1,500, and yes, you have a great, you have a personal trainer, maybe they set a plan for you and they meet with you once a week, but that's 1 day a week. What happens the other 6 days a week? What happens when you travel and you're not at the gym? What happens when weather comes up or your car breaks down and now you can't get to the gym? Like, what happens to all those other pieces? And it doesn't matter how much you run, you work out, you do weights, you spin, you cannot outdo an unhealthy diet. So although you're investing $1,500 into 3 months of a 3-month commitment to get results, and you will feel better by exercising. I love movement. I love movement. Don't want to be negative about exercise, but it's not going to get you those dramatic, long-term, sustainable changes on its own. And especially because if you're anything like I was, I didn't know how to use the equipment or how to set up leg day and arm day and ab day and rotate it. So I would just go to the treadmill and go to the elliptical, and I would do cardio. And cardio is great for burning calories, but it's not something that is sustainable to keep up with for the long term. There needs to be some other things mixed in. And let's be honest, if you're spending $1,500 in your investment in the gym, you should be doing more than the treadmill or elliptical, right? You should have a plan and know what to do. And so in comparison, so say old Jen, who used to join the gym and spend that $1,500, I would have my free personal trainer sessions, meet with them once or twice, and then maybe buy a couple if I had my tax refund come in. But then after that, I was just all on my own. And that's where I believe a huge part of that 20-year yo-yo diet cycle happened for me, is that I was always then just relying on myself. And in fact, that's why I said no to my coach 8 times, because I didn't want anybody else to know that I was trying for something that I failed at so much, because I was embarrassed that, I spent 20 years going in a cycle. So what it costs to join me honestly depends on your goals, how committed you are to getting to them, and how fast you want to get to them, and your unique lifestyle. So I'm going to take like an average of getting someone set up with our total body solution. So what you're going to get when you join me is I'm going to get you set up with the bundle that makes sense. And in that bundle, which I have the first 3 people to join me this weekend get an additional $10 off. But in that bundle, for $160, you're going to get access to over $8,000 worth of personal super trainer workout plans and workouts. So you're going to get, like, in every single one of those hundreds of workouts, in that $8,000 plus worth of scientifically proven workout plans, you are going to get a calendar that you can print out and cross off. So you can still go to your $10 a month gym and pull up the app on your phone and say, oh, look, today is booty day. Oh, look, today is arm day. And you can push play on the workout and not have to worry about being on your own 7 days a week. For me personally, I love the workouts because the super trainers are always talking to me. And I don't know about you, but what goes on in my head, I would be embarrassed if everybody saw how much negativity I have overcome in my head over the last 20 years, over the last 30 years, how much goes on in my head that tears me down. So I love having those super trainers with me. It's like having a personal trainer in my living room every single day, putting in those positive things, reminding me, like, I swear, I don't know, they'll tell me to, like, suck in my core or put down my butt or like hold my leg different or check the mirror. And I swear, like, somehow they're seeing me. So having that accountability instead of just 1 or 2 days a week, like the traditional gym version, having that accountability daily has so much value to me. So right there alone, $1,500 versus $160, right there alone seals it in. But like I shared when I was talking about going to the gym and those fitness plans, and what so many people ask me is, what do you eat? And honestly, managing our portions, knowing how much to eat and why and when, and then managing our food choices is the biggest downfall that I personally struggled with for 20 years and that I feel we have as a society, both for our children and for ourselves. And so that nutrition piece is not something that's going to magically get in your head if you've never figured it out and got it done. And so that's where, for just $30 more, I can add on. For just $30 more, I get to add on one of our nutrition programs, which you own for life. I love that you own our nutrition programs for life because, guys, if you're overcoming a 20-year yo-yo cycle like I was, or maybe it's 30, 40, 50 years, even if it's 5-year cycle of weight loss and dieting, like if you're overcoming years of damage and wrong decisions and beating yourself up, you need to do a nutrition program more than just once. So that's why for $30, you add on the nutrition course that makes sense for you and you own it for life so that you can learn how to manage your portions, learn about what food makes you feel good. Maybe you uncover, like me, that raw peppers are not something that digests well. And then you can find a new favorite like jicama. And learning the food choices. That's like the number one problem. Everyone wants to know what I eat and what I do. Well, I follow my nutrition plan. So we have two schools of thought. For that $30, you're going to add on either the Food Freedom program that I follow, which is basically intuitive eating, it's healthy eating, it's clean, beautiful tips to help like free you from food. And can you have cake and pizza? Yes. Anybody who was at my office this week or at my family's birthday parties this last week knows that I eat cake and pizza. And I am to the ounce the same weight this morning as I was on January 1st. And I consider that a win because I didn't let food control me, and I didn't torture myself and not have fun, silly stuff. And I didn't, gain 20 or 30 pounds and go down a cycle and like I used to. The other version, if you don't need the freedom, if you don't have to overcome the emotional roller coaster like I did, if you're not working on the mindset portion, then maybe the Food Freedom Mindset course is not for you. Maybe you need the Macros Made Easy. And that is portion controlling. That is measuring out and having focus on how much you should plate your food, how much you need to eat. And again, all of this is just an add-on for $30 and you own it for life. And then because you got this challenge bundle with me, not only do you get all these tools, but every Friday that you're an active customer with me, I give you a dietitian created meal plan along with color-coded shopping list. In fact, if you would love to get an idea of what getting a weekly meal plan from a dietitian along with a shopping list come right to your in-bin on Friday is like, private message me your email address and I'll give you a sample for free this week so you can see what my customers get on a Friday basis. So send me your email address in a private message and I will get you on that list and I'll give you a sample and let you see what my clients get this week and we can have some fun, learn some new recipes. Maybe you don't like veggies yet and we'll help you find a recipe. Or maybe you'll be surprised that you can have yummy baked goods and still lose weight, right? So far on the traditional side, you're $1,500 in for 3 months and you've only covered working out. You have not covered or addressed any nutrition. On my side, you're $190 in. You got a whole year of access to hundreds of workouts. You've got a lifetime access to a nutrition program. And I'm going to be like the infomercial. Wait, there's more. So sustainable nutrition is one of the things that our bodies are screaming for. So often the cravings that we have, the brain fog, the gut health, the moodiness, so much of the emotional things that we struggle with are our gut is not able to pull out good nutrients from good food. And we are actually craving a nutrient. So for example, has anybody ever craved chips? Like, oh my gosh, I need chips. Chip cravings are not necessarily your body wanting chips. Our brain is super smart and it wants to give us what we need. And it knows it needs a mineral. And it doesn't know how to tell you, I need magnesium. I need iron. It doesn't know how to tell you specific. Like it doesn't know how to like teleport text you and tell you what specific mineral you need. It knows you need a mineral. Salt is a mineral. It knows when you eat chips, you get salt. And then we eat a big bag of chips because we wanted chips and we felt like we needed chips and they just melt down to that tiny little thing. They're not sustainable. They're not like a great sustenance, and then you're still hungry and looking for the next thing. And then we get into sugar and cheese addictions and things like that, and we just go in this cycle. One of the biggest ways that I have overcome all my cravings, as far as like they used to like hold me daily, not only was I taking a handful of vitamins, I was on 2 prescriptions from my doctor. I was having migraines like crazy, taking Max Salt. I had all these things that I was on and doing, and I still was having daily chocolate cravings and daily salt and chips, like salt and vinegar chips, a Snickers and a Coke is what I needed like every day. And what it actually was is my body was telling me I needed nutrients. And so one of the things you get for this $190 bundle, which like I said, I have a promo code for the first 3 people people to join me, so you can get even more money off of it. But you get a 30-day supply to try my superfood vitamin smoothie. It's actually just dried plants ground up. You can stir it into yogurt, stir it into oatmeal. I prefer to shake it up with some unsweetened applesauce, milk, vanilla, and cinnamon, and it tastes like a apple pie. But that dense daily nutrition every day fills in the gaps, and getting those nutrients every day. By the third week, I stopped craving chocolate daily. By month 4 of one a day, I didn't need my glasses anymore. And I skipped over month 2, which is when I got off the prescriptions from my doctor. Now I am 1,285 shakes in. I've had shakes 1,285 days in a row. And it is my go-to vitamin. I don't buy a handful of vitamins anymore. I save my family over $5,200 because I don't go through the drive-thru anymore. I used to go through the drive-thru on the way to work every single morning and grab a coffee and an egg white Sammy, and that would be my go-to breakfast. Now I drink my breakfast in my yummy shake. I get all my vitamins. I don't have the cravings. I save my family money. I don't have to buy all those pills. I don't need prescriptions. And guys, I have not had a CAT scan since I have been on this healthy journey the last 3 years. And that's someone who has a foot-long file folder of bills from my early 20s and early 30s of going for paying copays, having things wrong with me. Like I said, diverticulitis, migraines, like I was unhealthy. I was unhealthy. And I am so glad I made a change 3 years ago, because add 10 years to how I felt in my 20s and 30s, I wouldn't want to meet the 40-year-old Jen. I'm just being honest. Like, something has to change, because what you're doing today builds your tomorrow. And if you don't feel good today and you don't change something, you're not going to get a different result tomorrow, right? So what I also love, I really love about my daily vitamin smoothie is the fact that it is so good. I have multiple friends who are personal people I know, my friends, who their doctor okayed it for their prenatal vitamin. They took the ingredient list to their doctor okayed it, and they only had to buy the DHA. They took their daily vitamin shake from me as their daily prenatal, and then their doctor gave them DHA. Now, like I said, that was... their doctor prescribed it. Their doctor was okay with it, looked at it. So I'm not trying to claim that I'm a doctor or telling you it's okay, but I have testimonies of friends who found it a way to help during their pregnancies, and who also found it helped produce more milk and heal faster. My best friend, her third pregnancy, her third C-section, she healed the fastest and had the best recovery time, and she really attributes it to having the daily superfood smoothie. And she has shared that, so I'm not saying anything Carrie wouldn't tell you. But not only that, but several of the clients in our group are reclaiming their health after gastric bypass. And their gastric bypass doctors just this week told one of our clients, quote, "You couldn't have picked a better program to help you get healthy, and I 100% stand by your shake," unquote. And so just knowing that people having major life changes, getting the okay from their doctors to get what I use as my daily vitamin makes me really feel good about what I take, and then also what I have to offer you. So, traditional plan, you're going to get the gym membership, and you're going to get the support in the gym for 3 months, and it's going to cost $1,500 because you're not going to be able to quit. You're going to have to pay the full year, right? With me, you're spending $190. You're getting lifetime access to a nutrition course. You're getting a full month to try my superfood vitamin. You're getting a whole year of hundreds of workouts that you can do anywhere. And it's not just for you. If you see my stories, sometimes I show you my husband and my son use my workouts as well. And so your whole family gets that gym membership for that $190. And then on top of all that, you also get me. You get me to ask questions to. You can text me. We have private boot camp meetings on Sunday for 20 minutes. We have support in a private accountability group here on Facebook, or on a private app that you can download if you don't want to be in social media. We have that daily accountability support and tips of someone who says, I have been there. I know how it is. I know it's hard, because sometimes it's still hard. I don't want to work out every morning. I don't want to, eat only veggies. Well, I don't eat only veggies. I shouldn't say that. But it's it's still hard sometimes. I'm in 3.5 years in a 20-year of breaking a 20-year bad habit cycle. Like, there are days that I want to go through the drive-through, but I tell you what, the more you lean in, the more I lean in with my community, the more I use the tools, the less that I crave it. I can't tell you the last time I went through a drive-through. I can't think of one. I can't think of the last time. I don't think I've been to McDonald's in 2 years, and I used to go to McDonald's 3 or 4 times a week. So it does get easier. It does get easier. So the next thing is we have an optional $19.95 a month. You have the option to get ongoing support from the dietitian that created our plans. So you have that option. So if you take that, that's another $40 for that option. And again, this 30 and 40 are optional. I mean, it makes sense to me if you want to get results, you want to get all the tools. And if you want my results of over 100 pounds down, you definitely want to have all the tools. And then additionally, we're going to assume that you love the vitamin smoothie shake like me. I have so many clients that have come off of blood pressure medicine. Their blood pressure has gotten better. They find that they have more energy and clarity. They find that they're snacking less. They're no longer skipping meals. So there's just so many healthy benefits to that. So I'm going to assume we'll get you set up with a discount. So that'll come to $116 times 2 months. And so your grand total for 3 months all in. You're 3 months all in. Fitness for a year, nutrition course for life, me for life, me for there to support you, weekly dietitian created meal plans with shopping list, with grocery shopping list, private accountability support every single day, and fun, because you can actually win prizes and money along with your journey. The full trainer plans that you can print out and cross off as you go, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. All in for 3 months. You're all in. You're going to give it 3 months. $461. And you don't pay that up front, but that's what it would be. $461.95. Or $5.50 a day. Actually, $5.13, $5.13334 a day. So I'm going to round it to $5.50 a day because I did something I haven't done in a really long time. And on Monday, I ordered a matcha latte from Starbucks, and it cost me $5.50. We did like an office order on Monday afternoon, and I was amazed that my daily superfood vitamin with 70 minerals, nutrients, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, all the superfoods, all that stuff in there, 70 ingredients of goodness that's gotten me off my prescriptions, no longer wearing glasses, all of that goodness, $3.83 a day. And I got a matcha latte for $5.50. So like, you can get your full total body solution to get results and money back guarantee. And it's not just money back guarantee month 1, it's money back guarantee month 2, money back guarantee month 3. Every 30 days, any purchase that you make is a 30-day money back guarantee. And I promise, I just want you to get results. And I firmly believe if you want results like mine, you need a proven plan and a proven system instead of making it take longer for yourself. I kind of equivalent it to, if you have never been to Disney, would you get in the car right now and drive to Disney without GPS? No, you wouldn't. You would put GPS in. That's what I'm offering you, a total body solution. You get the full nutrition course for life. You get workouts for a full year. You get me. You get a whole month to try the superfoods. All for $190 to get started. I can give you $10 off. There are other options if you share with me your goals. Maybe you like don't need the fitness portion because you love your gym and your fitness solution. Like you don't need that. We have a way we can go with just the nutrition pieces and connect you for a different price. So I just need to know, what are your goals? How do you want to feel? Like I can't tell you how much better it feels running upstairs to do laundry or running upstairs and jumping around and not feeling like drained, and how much it increases my relationships. Like I kind of talk about like, so my husband used to like grab me on my side. He'd come up behind me and I would push him away and I would get all grumpy towards him because I didn't want him touching me. I was disgusted with how I looked and how I felt, and I didn't want him touching me. And so as a significant other, as a spouse, if you get the, don't touch me, what's that going to do for your relationship, right? That's going to start a fight. Now I'm like, hey, look at my butt. Look, I got a new muscle. Like, hey, look at my thigh. I think I'm getting a new muscle here, you know? Look at my biceps, you know? Hey, look, my abs are showing right here. And I'm like smiling and coming at him with energy. So how much better do you think our relationship is? How more open is it? How much better am I a role model for my son having more energy? Even just thinking about, like, my husband would say, oh, I forgot this in the bathroom. Can you run upstairs? I would get out of breath coming up my stairs. I didn't want to come upstairs. So it would immediately turn into a fight of, can't you do it? Do you really need it? Because I didn't want to go upstairs. I would leave my watch upstairs and then I would just go out the door to work because I didn't want to go upstairs to get it. Like, my life is dramatically different having the 120 pounds gone, but it is not about the weight. It is about showing myself I can do hard things, showing myself I can learn and grow even at 39, right? Showing myself what I can do and showing up for myself, believing in myself. And I think that's one of the magic pieces about my solution that I offer as well, is because you're not in it alone. I said no 8 times because I didn't believe in myself. I've invested thousands of dollars. I have maxed out so many credit cards in my life on quick fixes and diets, or buying things to make me feel better because I couldn't lose the weight, or I regained the weight, or I didn't have clothing, or even just buying new clothing. At that lowest moment when I finally said yes, I could not close my pants for the 4th or 5th time, and I just didn't have the money to go shopping. I had these big, like a muumuu style dress in winter that I would put over my pants that I couldn't close, and then I'd put one of those sweaters on, one of those big long sweaters on, so you couldn't tell my pants weren't open. And then I would hide on the weekend. I would wrap myself in wraps. I would wrap myself in saran wrap. I would buy the Hollywood juice diet and starve myself on the weekends. And I just lived a miserable cycle of hiding and shame. You can't be yourself. You can't be your best if you don't feel your best, right? Like, our health has to come first. And when you feel better, when you put your health first, when you show yourself you're worth it, when you have someone who says, I know how it feels, I really do, I know it's hard, but you can do this and do this with me, that's what I needed. And I thank my 300-pound self. She was brave for saying yes, for reaching out and saying I'm ready, because that takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts to ask for help. I don't know when or why asking for help became something that was looked at as weak, because asking for help is hard. It is hard. It is brave. And I applaud the past me, and I am thankful for this journey, because I can truly say I did that for 20 years. It cost a lot of money. It cost a lot of pain, and it wasn't setting me up for a great future. And I know it's hard, but I know it's worth it. And I know you're worth it. I really do. So I would love to talk to you. Drop me a heart, shoot me a message. Feel free to share this video, because I honestly believe someone needs my story. Somebody needs my story. Over 60% of Americans were starting diets just 30 days ago, 31 days ago. I know people are struggling, and I know I have a solution, and I'm not going to give up on them. And I hope you can feel good about referring me to someone who is struggling and sharing my journey. And if you do share my video, please private message me your address so I can send you a thank you card for doing so, because I love getting my message out there. I honestly ask myself every morning, who do I get to help today? And I start my day, my epic 2020 day, I start it by saying, I want to inspire, I want to empower, and then support families to be their happiest and healthiest. And I believe I have the best tools to do so. Lean in with me for 3 months. It'll cost you less than $5.50 a day. And if you don't think you have the money, I think you do. It's just being spent in a different way that's not serving you. And if you really, really don't have the money, then let's work together and help you change some circumstances so you aren't stuck and trapped there, because I know how that feels, and that feels really sucky as well. So let's talk. If you know someone who needs me, please feel free to share this video, or and like I said, if you do share my video, please private message me your address so I can send you a thank you. And I appreciate you for joining me on this Saturday night. I went a little longer than I thought, but guys, this is just my heart, and I love that I can give you, like, always hear people say, I don't have time and I don't have money. And there is nothing faster than waking up and pushing play downstairs. And there is nothing better than being able to say, traditionally, you would spend $1,500 at the gym for 3 months. And with me, you're going to invest $461 in yourself for the next 3 months. And you are going to get your goals or get your money back. Like, that's how it is. And so I love that I can offer you a solution to both of those. And it also answers the biggest questions. If you want to know what I eat, you can help make your portion choices and your food choices with the same plans that I'm using. That way you have the same solutions and same tools that I'm using. And if you want to know how much it costs, well, we're looking at anywhere from $150 to $300 on the high end, and it just depends on your goals, what you want to achieve. And like I said, you're owning those workouts for a whole year that your whole family can use. You can use it at the gym or at home or at the beach. And you're also going to own that nutrition course for life, because this is a life journey. You're going to need to rewatch it. So hopefully this was helpful. Please, as always, let me know if there's anything more I can share. And let me know if you have any questions. Nothing is off limits. Thanks again. Have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going to go enjoy my family.